I first used Martin Gerrard when I purchased a flat in Crouch End in the 1980s, and I bought a flat from them, which I owned for a number of years. They Then when I rented the flat out, I used them as my rental agent as well. And I really didn't want to go anywhere else because there were members of the team that I'd got to know. So when it came to selling the flat, that's when I first met Trayon. Obviously, he wasn't there in 1987. But I knew I wanted to stick with Martin Gerrard, basically. I just had, I'd had good experiences with them. But as soon as I started dealing with Trayon, things were even better, if I can say that. Humanity, I think, probably is one word that sums it up. There's a lot of estate agents that treat you as part of the product, and they don't see your personal circumstances. And I guess the difference is that over the years, they'd got to know me, my situations when I'd had health problems, when I was moving and renting it and all various other things like that. So they've always treated me as like, someone whose circumstances they understood. And I've had health problems and I live in Suffolk. So I really needed people that could kind of go the extra mile, I suppose, because they knew it wasn't very easy for me to pop round my flat in Crouch End, that I needed them to do things, extra things for me there. And they were always cool about that. I have used many estate agents to buy and sell other houses in other parts of the country. I would say it's patchy and it's a lottery. And the one thing that I look out for is someone who doesn't overinflate the price to hook you in, to get your expectations up and have maybe dollar signs in their eyes for earning commission. Martin Gerrard are always like honest and straightforward from the start. This is the ballpark, these are the kind of buyers we have on our books, etc. I clicked with Trayon right from the start. I'm not someone who minces my words, and I don't want to be told off if I swear. So Trayon was it was just like having a friend helping you out, really, right from the get-go. I said to him at the start, "You're the least estate agent like estate agent I have ever met." The trust I felt with Trayon, I can't even it's difficult to explain it actually, but it was like speaking to someone that I'd known for years. I feel that Trayon is probably such a good ambassador for Martin Gerrard. He is such a good representative of them. He's polite, he's friendly, he's not pushy. And I think that's really important. He really understood my situation and that, I had bad anxiety because I was quite ill at the time. And he just took the right approach with me in terms of honesty, but not pushy. Yes, they had excellent local knowledge. Martin Gerrard are always in the road where my flat was. They were always renting out, selling, marketing properties, so that they completely knew. There was probably 3 other flats in the same road when I was selling. They were able to give me really good comparisons with what I was competing against, why other person might get more for their flat, or why I would stand a good chance of selling my flat. They took photos, and I'm a photographer, so I'm pretty fussy. And one of the things that really annoys me as a buyer is the overuse of wide angle. So nobody really studies the exact dimensions and can envisage that. And sometimes the photos are misleading. You get there and it's the size of a doll's house and it looked expansive. So their photos were always really good, actually. And trust me, I'm the first one who would have criticised that. To start with, I felt that the percentage that they charge seemed competitive with other estate agents. But because it was a very, very long sale and because it was a very problematic sale with my buyer, they really just pulled all the stops out. They did so much problem solving for me. They gave me so much advice, really advice that my solicitor should have been giving me and wasn't. They stepped in a lot in terms of problem solving, yes. They totally went beyond the transactional, their transactional commitment. Trayon even helped me find moving agents, a man with a van. Oh, just so much I can't tell you. And I said to them, it's a shame you can't sell properties in Suffolk if I decide to move. And they said, well, we would have a go. We probably could. And I trust them to say that they could. The reason I'm doing this testimonial, and I really wouldn't do it for anyone other than Trayon Johnson, and that is no word of a lie. He just pulled me through the most difficult, most stressful time you could ever imagine. And for that, I will always, always thank him. I had, health issues. I had all manner of other things going on in my life. And he just kept me on track. He was like a counselor at times. He was really excellent and genuine. Yes, I would recommend Martin Gerard to friends and family. And in fact, I did, because during the process of my sale, my neighbour wanted to sell. And I said to him, just go to Martin Gerard and ask for Trayon Johnson. And he was very grateful for that advice.